J.P. White with SportsSpeak program, and happy and tickled pink to have with me the best coach in the state of Texas as far as I'm concerned, Fred Williams. Hello, Mayor.
Thank you, glad to be here.
Fred, I got a bunch of questions for you.
Okay.
I know you got the answers.
Okay.
Let's start off with your first coaching experience, and tell me your career in the coaching field.
Okay. Kountze was my very first teaching job in August of 1966.
Okay.
Okay, and my athletic director was Coach Ted Tate, and he mentored me, he tutored me, and he helped me. I learned a lot from him. He and I are good friends now. We were good friends then, and we're good friends now. We talk all the time.
That's great, and along that line, he also taught me broadcasting, by the way back there in 1965 when I first came to Texas. He helped me broadcast ball games. He'd broadcast more than I had.
Yeah.
It's taught me a lot of good. He's a good broadcaster.
Right.
Fred, then you started coaching in Kountze, and from there, then you moved on, and where were the schools that you...
Well, I was an assistant coach in Kountze in football, basketball, and baseball for 5 years. 1972 was my first head coaching job in Kountze, and I was in Kountze for 4 years, and then I went to Silvers for 3 years. I went to Beaumont Hebert for 4 years, and I went to Beaumont Westbrook for 3 years, and then I coached again in Kountze for another 2 years. For a total of, I was head basketball coach for a total of 16 years. And I'm sorry, 2005, I was inducted into the Texas Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame.
Good. I understood you to say that when you first started coaching there, you were in 5 different sports: basketball, football, baseball, whatever. Obviously, basketball was really your good sport for you, right?
I actually had a one-way ticket to Kountze. I had to make it because I didn't have a way back home, so I had to make it. So whatever I needed to do, I was going to do it. In high school, I played football and baseball in high school. In college, I played baseball. So I really never played basketball in high school. So basketball is something, that's where my opportunity, that's why I got an opportunity to be a head basketball coach, and I had to make it work.
There you go. You mentioned you played baseball. What positions did you play?
I was a right fielder and a first baseman in baseball.
There you go. All righty. Let's see. We ask you which schools did you attend?
Okay. I got my first degree from Texas Southern University, and I got a master's degree from Lamar University, and then from Prairie View A&M University, I got a degree in education administration.
I saw that ring a moment ago, and I thought that was probably the Lamar ring, but that's something else. What is that?
This was in 1980. This was our first state championship ring here. This was the very first one. This was in 1980.
Did you get one every time you won the state tournament?
Got one every year.
You mean tell me you got 3 of them already?
I got 3 of them, yes, sir.
Well, you can't wear them one at a time. I'll wear one for you.
I'll get you one.
You need to know something about the Silsby basketball team.
Well, of course, the Silsby basketball team, my son Travis Williams is the head basketball coach in Silsby, and Travis is in his 8th year now. And he's been very fortunate. 2 out of the last 3 years they made it to the state tournament. So he's been very fortunate, very blessed.
You think the Silsby basketball is going to be ready to go?
Well, you never know. You take 1 year at a time.
Well,
I know one thing. They're going to work. I know they're going to work.
I've watched him. He's doing a fine job.
I know they're going to work.
Furthermore, one time he was helping me broadcast a football game, and he said, the man scored a touchdown from about the 5-yard line, ran it about 95 yards, and they called it back on a penalty. He said, boy, those referees just don't realize how hard it is to make that touchdown. For some penny penalty, they don't give him the score. But long out, go ahead. You have something?
No, go ahead.
The coaches. There were several coaches that looked at you and said, this is a fine man. In fact, a fellow told me, he's a preacher, really. Said, I said something about Fred Dillon being a good coach. He's a good man. So you're a good man. And obviously, from these people that have followed you, followed in your footsteps, and tell me about some of those guys.
I was high school principal for 12 years, and I was able to hire 3 head basketball coaches. My first one was Andre Boutte. He coached in Kountze for 2 years, and then he went to Port Arthur Lincoln, and they won 2 state championships at Port Arthur. And then he went to Andre is the executive director in Port Arthur now. Another one of my players that played for me at Silsbee, David Green. David Green played for me for 3 years, and he had a 91-16 record at Kountze, and he went to Central, and they made it to the state tournament in Central. Then he went to Port Arthur. Now he's at Hightower in Houston. Okay, and I hired Travis when I was a principal in Kountze. Travis, he was an assistant coach there. Todd Sullivan there, and there in Kountze, and he played 3 years in Kountze, and he's worked at Ozan, and he's been the head basketball coach in Silsbee for 8 years, and I think his record his total record is about 180, 55 or something like that. And yeah, so in fact, he made it to he's been in the playoffs the last 7 years in a row at Silsbee.
You're the mayor of Kountze, right?
Yes, sir. I've been the mayor for Kountze for 14 years. Yeah, I've run 7 times unopposed, so that's.
Think they're going to elect you, huh?
I'm grateful and happy about all that.
I don't understand this. You put in a lot of time. It takes a lot of time doing that.
A lot of time. But you want to see your city grow. You want to see your people get along. You want to see people work together. And fortunately now we have a good situation going. Our city manager, Roger Hutto, he started a trade day, which is a big flea market, and we started in September. This last going well for us.
Back when I first came to Texas, I was traveling to Dallas, and on the way up there, I stopped to get gas, and the guy came up, and I had a sign on the side of the van that said Silsbee, and I said, he sells something, and he says, where's Silsbee? I said, well, he didn't know Silsbee, but he knows Kountze. They know Kountze pretty well all over. Now, we mentioned Kountze again. How about the Kountze ball teams? Those, they always have these good girls teams over there. And of course, the good teams. How about this year? How are they standing now? You know?
I know over the years, Kountze have been very, very good. I remember when Miss Cruz and Angie was coaching, they went 32-0. And in the state, they won state championship. Didn't lose, and they played 4A, 5A, and all. So over the years, when George Wilson and Angie and Lola Baker came along, and the boys, Kountze has won 3 state championships in basketball in Kountze. Coach Wilson won one in 1970, and Jubas won 2. And but I'm sure they'll be good this year because they've been good every year for the last 30 years or so.
And volleyball?
Oh, volleyball, yeah, they've been very good. Volleyball. But I don't know.
You don't get to attend as many ball games you like, right?
I don't get a chance to attend as many as I used to. Especially when I was a principal, I was there all the time. Don't get a chance to.
You're one of my favorites helping me broadcast a ball game. You broadcast just like, boy, you're coaching. He's really in there. I tell you, it was exciting to hear this man talk about the ball game going on.
I really enjoyed it. You're one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You were born, you came from Mississippi.
I was born in Lumberton, Mississippi, and I moved to Houston when I was 16 years old. I was a sophomore in high school, and I graduated from Jack Yates Senior High School at Texas Southern University. And Lumberton is about 25 miles from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, going out 59 actually. So, in fact, I still have relatives over there. I have a brother, sister, and nieces, nephews over there. Yeah.
Well, Lumberton, Mississippi, do they spell it the same way as we spell Lumberton, Texas?
The same way.
Same way.
Same way. Same way.
All right. Well, folks, we are listening to the SportsSpeak program, the SportsSpeak Sports, and I'm talking, I have been talking, as you can probably see there, to the mayor of Kountze, Texas, Coach Fred Williams.